Hey everyone, Frank Menard here from the Menard Team Coaching and Training, coming to you from beautiful Southwest Florida, where we are supported and powered by the Napoleon Hill Institute. Welcome to our channel today. We're going to be talking about the Mastermind Alliance. In fact, the power of the Mastermind Alliance. This is one of the strongest principles that Napoleon teaches. And so let's begin with a true and hardcore fact. No one succeeds alone. I don't care how disciplined, how smart, or how driven you are. If you try to go it alone, you will eventually hit a wall. But when you surround yourself with the right people, those who believe in your vision, support your mission, and challenge you to grow, everything changes. This is the essence of Napoleon Hill's most powerful principle, the Mastermind Alliance. Hill defines a mastermind as a friendly alliance with one or more persons who will encourage one to follow through both plan and purpose. In simpler terms, it's the people you intentionally choose to think, plan, grow, and win with. Now, I want you to imagine this for a moment. Two minds in harmony, they come together in harmony. They don't just add power, they multiply it. Hill says that when two or more minds are joined together in perfect harmony, a third mind is created, and they call that the mastermind. This is a higher level of thinking, a higher level of awareness, and it's where the true innovation, insight, and transformation occurs. Think about the greatest achievements in history. Every one of them was the result of a team, a partnership, or a mastermind. Edison had his team of researchers. Henry Ford and his leadership council. Even Napoleon Hill himself worked very closely with the giants of industry and drew upon their collective wisdom. So the question is not if you should build a mastermind, it's who should be in it. You need people who challenge your thinking without challenging or attacking your character. People who are growth-minded, goal-oriented, and committed to mutual success. You need to be in a room where you are not the smartest person, but where you are inspired to rise to your higher potential. And let's be honest, when you hit those inevitable moments of doubt or discouragement, you need voices around you saying things like, keep going. You've got this. You're not alone. I've got your back. The mastermind isn't just about knowledge, it's about energy. When you leave a true mastermind session, you feel focused, clear, and unstoppable. Because the power of many minds united in harmony create a momentum that one person alone could never sustain. Hill believed that the Mastermind Alliance was not just helpful, it was essential to success. It gives you perspective when you're stuck, courage when you're afraid, and accountability when you're tempted to quit. So I ask you today, who are you aligning with? Who's challenging you to grow? And who's helping you stay true to your purpose? Every week I try to bring a story about someone who was successful in today's modern age that got there by way of the principle that we're talking about. And so today we're going to talk about the story of the founders of the Airbnb. So this was a mastermind that changed the way we travel. In 2007, Brian Chesky, Joe Gebbia, and later Nathan Plecharczyk were three broke young men living in San Francisco. They couldn't afford rent. So they came up with the idea that they were going to rent out air mattresses in their apartment to attendees of a local conference when all the hotels were full. Now, most people would have laughed and moved on, but these three didn't. They didn't just have an idea. They formed a mastermind alliance built on complementary skills, shared vision, and relentless belief. Chesky was actually the big picture thinker, and he brought branding to the table. Gebbia was the creative designer, and Plecharczyk was the technical genius behind the platform. Together, they worked through endless late nights. They coded the site, they responded to customers personally, and they bootstrapped a company with almost no funding. But here's where the power of the mastermind really shines. They supported each other when everyone else doubted them. Investors rejected their idea dozens of times. People didn't trust strangers in their homes. Critics said it would never work. But the trio kept pushing. They challenged each other. They held each other accountable and made decisions as a solid unit. They even created and sold novelty cereal boxes, Obama O's and Captain McCain's, just to raise $30,000 to keep the company alive. That wasn't just hustle. That was the energy of the Mastermind Alliance, a harmonious team with one mind, one goal, and one purpose. Eventually, they were accepted into the Y Combinator Startup Incubator, where the alliance strengthened. Mentorship, collaboration, and intense brainstorming took their model to the next level. Today, Airbnb is worth over $100 billion and has changed the way millions of people travel. A key takeaway from this story is that success of Airbnb was not about one genius idea. It was about three minds, united in harmony, solving problems, sharing responsibility, and staying focused on a common goal. They didn't go it alone. They built it together. And the result was greater than any one of them could have achieved solo. So this is the power of the Napoleon Hill was talking about when he brought up the mastermind. When two or more minds unite in pursuit of a definite purpose, they tap into a third mind, and it's an invisible mind, and it's called the mastermind, right? So what a great story. Three guys broke, renting out air mattresses in an apartment. Who knew? What a great story. So I always try to end up one of our sessions with a poem that connects and aligns with the principle that we're studying on that day. So here we go. This poem is titled The Power of the Aligned Mastermind. When one stands strong with vision clear, the path ahead may still breed fear. But joined with minds both sharp and true, a greater force begins to brew. Ideas spark like a morning flame. No two alone could think the same. But joined in purpose, fused in trust, they rise because they know they must. One thought, then two, then more in flight, together forging clearer sight. A third mind forms, unseen but real, a force that drives the common will. It's not just talk or grand debate, but shared intent that conquers fate. A bond of trust, of hearts aligned, the sacred power of mastermind. Through every trial, win or loss, together they will bear the cross. Each voice a thread, each hand a rope, each soul a flame, each word a hope. No dream too bold, no aim too high, when shared beneath a single sky. For what one starts, the rest will build, and with one spirit, fate is willed. So seek your tribe, your sacred few, with hearts that beat as one with you. Then rise as more than just a name, a force, a light, a living flame. That's an original from me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the entire session today, where we talked about the power of the Mastermind Alliance and how important it is for you to begin your Mastermind Alliance. In fact, call to action, your challenge this week. If you don't already have a mastermind, build one. If you're in one that doesn't stretch you, find a better one. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start today. Reach out to the person you admire and say, hey, let's grow together. And if you're serious about creating a massive result in your life, please join me in my mastermind groups with purpose, structure, and accountability. So each week on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we call it a book study, but it's actually a mastermind, and it's global. We have a lady from India, we have a woman from Canada, have a gentleman from Wisconsin, another lady from North Carolina, several folks from here in Florida where I'm from. So if you want to see what a mastermind really works like, join my mastermind, send me a message, leave me a remark down below, and I will make contact with you and make sure you get the link to join me on that weekly mastermind session that we have. So look, I hope this message struck a chord with you. If you enjoyed it, please share it with a friend. Give us a like. And please, if you haven't subscribed already, please give me just go ahead and subscribe, and you will receive a positive, uplifting message each and every week where we are trying to help you live your best life. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Go after it, get some, create that mastermind because you cannot go it alone. Have a great week, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.